Maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
Well, you know what? I hope you do, fat motherfucker. Jalapeño Cheddar Cornbread. I made it from scratch myself. The secret is the exterior crust for preheating in butter in an iron skillet before pouring that sexy ass batter into it. Oh, and did I mention it's moist? Nah, they need to hear this. I said moist. You could thank the cream corn for that with your fat ass. Best part about it is it all comes together in like 40 minutes. Enough time to rain down consequences and repercussions on anybody talking shit about my cornbread. Cause Chris Rock said it best.
Cornbread. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
This recipe and more here at Poor Choices Kitchen. Starting out, we need to preheat our oven and our cast iron skillet. So we're gonna set our oven to 400 degrees and we're gonna place our cast iron skillet inside while that heats up. And preheating the skillet ensures that when the batter hits that hot surface, it's gonna form a quick crust. And that crust is super delicious in this recipe. Now let's get our dry ingredients together. So because this is a very easy recipe, I mean, you're just dumping things in 2 bowls, combining it, and then throwing it into the oven. I'm gonna try to just tell you what each ingredient is doing so that way you're not tempted to leave anything out. I know a lot of times we'll look at a recipe and be like, oh, I don't need this, oh, I don't need that, or I don't like that. But not understanding it's the sum of everything that comes together that makes a recipe really good. So for our dry ingredients, we've got 1 cup of cornmeal. That's gonna give the cornbread a signature coarse texture and rich corn flavor. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and that's just gonna help us add some structure. 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is kind of optional, but you do want some sweetness in your cornbread. And if you leave it out, it is going to be a savory cornbread, but you can balance that by using something like, say, a honey butter at the end. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and that's just a leavening agent that's going to help with the cornbread rising. And half a teaspoon of baking soda. Do not mix these 2 things up. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Look at the things in your hand before you pour them, because it is very easy to mix these 2 things up. Trust me, I've done it a bunch of times. But the baking soda is going to add some additional lift to this recipe. And half a teaspoon of salt, because salt is going to enhance all the flavors. Anytime you ever eat something and it's bland, most likely it just needed more salt. And we're just going to whisk everything together. Don't skip out on the whisking, because this helps evenly distribute the leavening agents, a la the baking soda and the baking powder, and it's going to ensure a consistent rise. Also, we don't want any clumps, so whisking helps get rid of those too. Next up is our wet ingredients. And we're going to do this in another bowl. Starting with a cup of buttermilk, and the acid in the buttermilk is going to react with the baking soda to create tiny bubbles, and it's going to make that cornbread nice and tender. 2 large eggs that I have beaten in its own smaller container just to ensure that 1, the eggs aren't bad, and 2, no shells get into this mixture. And the eggs are just going to bind the ingredients and add some moisture. Half a cup of unsalted butter, melted and slightly cooled, because if we're adding hot butter to the egg mixture, it can cause it to scramble. And it's also going to add some richness and moisture while creating a flavorful crust. And one other thing, so I did this recipe originally with unsalted butter, and I honestly felt like I could have gone half unsalted, half salted butter. Like, it just needed just a tad bit more salt, but this recipe is great, especially if you have people coming over who are watching their salt intake. And finally, 1 cup of creamed corn, and that's gonna add some moisture, some sweetness, and a creamy texture to the batter. And then we're just gonna combine our wet and dry things. We're gonna gently pour that wet mixture into our dry ingredients, and then we're gonna mix until just combined. We don't wanna overmix this. A few lumps are fine. And if you're wondering what happens if you overmix, it'll develop gluten in the flour, and that makes the cornbread tough. So stopping when the batter is just combined ensures a nice and tender crumb. 1 cup of smoked shredded sharp cheddar cheese. You can use a regular cheddar cheese here if you want to, but freshly shredding it is going to help it melt so much better into this dish, and it's going to provide savory pockets of flavor. 2 to 3 jalapenos, finely diced. That's going to bring some heat and texture, and the amount of heat is going to depend on how many seeds you have. I took all the seeds out of this here, but if you want a little bit more spice, keep some of those seeds in. And as I say every single time I work with jalapenos, if you are someone who wears contacts, please wear some gloves. You do not want to get that jalapeno oil into your eyeballs. Trust me, even if you're putting in your contacts the day after, that oil can still stick around no matter how many times you wash your hands. And then I also threw in a 4th cup of some fresh green onions in here, and that's just going to brighten the flavor and add a fresh earthy note to the dish. Now with our preheated skillet, we are going to carefully take it out of the oven with some oven mitts, and then we're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter, or you could use bacon fat, and swirl it around and coat the bottom and the sides of the skillet. And adding this to the preheated skillet creates an immediate non-stick effect and a golden flavorful crust on the cornbread. So with our buttered bottom and sides, we're going to quickly pour that batter into the hot skillet, and you should hear a very satisfying sizzle, and that is the batter starting to cook on contact. Again, this is all part of getting that amazing crust. And then we just pop it into the oven on a center rack for 20 to 25 minutes or until the top is golden brown and a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. And once that time is up, we're going to let the cornbread cool slightly in the skillet for about 5 to 10 minutes before slicing into it. We want to serve this nice and warm, optionally with some honey butter for a sweet and savory twist. And don't skip this cooling period because it allows the cornbread to firm up, making it easier to slice without crumbling. And that, my friends, is Jalapeño Cheddar Cornbread. So easy, so simple, yet so delicious and very different from every other cornbread that's probably going to be at your Thanksgiving or Christmas spread. Hey everybody, this is Poor Choices Kitchen. We have a Patreon link down in the description. $1 a month is all we ask for to pay for recipes in these here inflated times. And we also have YouTube memberships, and that also helps pay for recipes in these here inflated times. And I really hope you enjoy this recipe. I actually was not a huge cornbread fan growing up because it was always dry and crumbly. But after discovering the awesomeness of adding creamed corn to the batter, I haven't turned back since, and I think you all are going to really enjoy this. So until next time, peace.